Daily English conversation practice. Stop scrolling for 1 second. Because I need to tell you something. Something that might hurt a little. You have been learning English for months. Maybe years. You know grammar rules. You know thousands of words. But when a real person talks to you in English, your mind goes blank. Your heart beats fast. Your hands feel cold. Your words disappear. Sound familiar? Today, that ends. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly why this happens, and how to fix it. Not next year. Not next month. Starting today. So don't go anywhere. Because what I share in the middle of this video could change the way you speak English forever. Let's begin. Here is something nobody tells you. Most people are not bad at English. Say that again in your mind, you are not bad at English. You are bad at speaking English. That is a different problem. Reading? You are okay. Writing? You are okay. Understanding? You are okay. But speaking feels like jumping into cold water. And here is the hidden part. The part nobody talks about. This is not a language problem. It is a confidence problem wearing a language costume. Let that sink in for a moment. You are not failing because you don't know English. You are failing because your brain is scared. Scared of mistakes. Scared of judgment. Scared of sounding stupid in front of others. And that fear is silently controlling your life. It is stopping you from that job interview. That client call. That conversation with a foreigner. That video call with your manager. But why does this fear exist in the first place? That's exactly what we are going to explore next, and trust me, once you understand why, everything changes. Let me explain this in a very simple way. Imagine your brain like a phone with 2 apps open at the same time. App number 1, what should I say? App number 2, is my grammar correct? Both apps running together, at full speed, in real time. No wonder your phone, I mean your brain, freezes. This is called translation thinking. You think in your own language first. Then you translate it into English inside your head. Then you check the grammar. Then finally, you speak. By the time you finish all these steps, the conversation has already moved forward. The other person is already saying something new. And you are still stuck on your first sentence. This is exhausting. And it happens to almost everyone. Here is another reason. Schools taught you English like a subject. Like mathematics. Like history. Memorize the rule. Pass the exam. Forget it after. But conversation is not a subject. Conversation is a skill. Like riding a bicycle. Like swimming. And skills are not learned by memorizing. Skills are learned by doing, again and again, even when you make mistakes. This one difference, subject versus skill, is the biggest reason millions of people study English for years, and still cannot speak it comfortably. Now let me tell you a story. A real situation that happens every single day, all over the world. You might see yourself in it. Meet Amit. Amit is smart. Very smart. He scored well in school. He can write long English essays. He understands English movies without subtitles. One day, his company announces a video call with a client from another country. Amit is happy. This is his chance to shine. The day comes. The call starts. The client says, "Hi Amit, how are you doing today?" Simple question. Amit knows this. He has answered this 1,000 times in his textbook. But his brain suddenly freezes. His heart starts beating faster. He opens his mouth and says, "Yes. I mean, good, fine, thank you." The client smiles politely and moves on. But Amit? Amit is not okay. For the rest of the call, he says almost nothing. He just nods. He just says yes and okay. After the call ends, Amit goes to the bathroom and just stands there. He feels embarrassed. He feels small. He thinks, I studied English for 15 years, and I still cannot speak like a normal person. Does this story feel familiar to you? Maybe not exactly this, but something close? A moment where you knew the words, but your mouth betrayed you? Here is the truth. Amit's problem was never his vocabulary. His problem was that he never practiced real conversation. He practiced grammar. He practiced writing. But he never practiced the actual skill of speaking, in real time, with real pressure. This is the gap. And this gap is silently costing people more than they realize. Let's talk about that cost next, because it is bigger than you think. Let's be honest with each other for a moment. This is not just about English. This is about opportunities. Every time you stay silent in a meeting because you are scared to speak, that is a missed opportunity. Every time you avoid a job interview because it's in English, that is money you never earned. Every time you let someone else answer for you, that is your confidence shrinking, little by little. Think about this. There are people with less knowledge than you, but more confidence in speaking. And they are the ones getting picked. Getting promoted. Getting noticed. Not because they are smarter. Because they can communicate. There is also a quiet cost. An emotional cost. The cost of feeling less than others. The cost of feeling nervous every time an English conversation is coming. The cost of avoiding situations, parties, interviews, calls, just because English speaking is involved. This fear does not stay small. If you ignore it, it grows. It follows you into new jobs. New cities. New relationships. Until one day, you look back and realize, you missed so many doors because you were scared to open your mouth. But here is the good news. This can change. And it can change faster than you think. Let's look at what people who are confident in English actually do differently. Because it's simpler than you imagine. I want you to notice something. Confident English speakers are not always the smartest people. They don't always have the biggest vocabulary. They still make mistakes. Some of them still have a strong accent. But they speak freely. Without stopping. Why? Because they made one decision very early. They decided that speaking imperfect English is better than staying silent. Read that again. This single mindset shift changes everything. Confident speakers are not focused on sounding perfect. They are focused on being understood. They don't pause to check grammar in their head. They just talk, and fix things later if needed. They treat mistakes like stepping stones, not like failures. Here is something even more interesting. Successful English speakers practice speaking out loud, alone, before they ever speak to another person. They talk to themselves in the mirror. They describe their day in English while cooking. They record their voice and listen back. Sounds strange? Maybe. But it works. Because speaking is a physical skill too. Your mouth muscles, your tongue, your breathing, they all need practice, just like a sports person practices before the big match. Another thing successful speakers do, they surround themselves with English. Not just study it for 1 hour a day, they live inside it. English videos. English songs. English thoughts, even for small moments. Not because they have to, but because it becomes normal to them. Now here comes the part you've been waiting for. How do you actually build this? What are the real steps? Let's break it down. Simple. Practical. Starting today. Practical steps to change. Okay. Let's get real. Let's get practical. Here are the steps, write these down if you can. Step 1, talk to yourself, every single day. Sounds funny, I know. But this is powerful. Every morning, describe your plan for the day, out loud, in English. Today, I will go to work. Then I will meet my friend. Then I will cook dinner. Simple sentences. No pressure. No one is judging you. Just you and your own voice. Do this for 5 minutes daily. That's it. Step 2, the mirror technique. Stand in front of a mirror. Talk about anything, your day, your favorite food, your dreams. Watch your own mouth move. Watch your own confidence build. This trains your brain to feel comfortable speaking, not just thinking in English. Step 3, think in English, not just speak in English. Stop translating. Start thinking directly. When you see a cup, don't think of your language's word first. Just think cup. Small moments like this slowly rewire your brain to skip translation completely. Step 4, have pretend conversations. Imagine a conversation with your boss, your friend, a stranger. Play both roles. Ask a question. Answer it. Ask another. This trains your brain for real conversations, without any real pressure. Step 5, learn phrases, not just words. Don't just learn the word busy. Learn the full phrase, I'm a little busy right now, can we talk later? Phrases are ready to use. They save your brain from building sentences from zero, every single time. Step 6, talk to real people, even for 2 minutes. Find someone. A friend. A language partner online. Even a stranger in a comment section. 2 minutes of real conversation is worth more than 2 hours of silent studying. Step 7, celebrate mistakes. Every time you make a mistake while speaking, say good out loud. Yes, really. Because that mistake means you tried. And trying is the only way forward. These steps are simple. Almost too simple. But simple does not mean weak. Simple, done daily, becomes powerful. Now, let's talk about something even more important than steps. Let's talk about why you must start today, not tomorrow. 8. Motivation to take action. Let me ask you something honestly. How many times have you said, I will start speaking English from Monday? And how many Mondays have passed? Here is the truth. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when you feel fully ready. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build, one small action at a time. Think about the person you want to become. The version of you who speaks in meetings without fear. The version of you who can travel anywhere and talk to anyone. The version of you who no longer avoids opportunities because of English. That version of you is not far away. That version of you is built through small, boring, daily practice. Nothing magical. Nothing overnight. Just consistency. I want you to remember something. Every confident English speaker you admire today was once exactly where you are. They also felt nervous. They also made embarrassing mistakes. They also wanted to give up. The only difference between them and someone who never improves is that they continued. They showed up the next day. And the next. And the next. You already took the first step by watching this video till here. Don't waste that effort. The next step is small. Just 5 minutes. Just talk to yourself today, in English, about your day. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Because 5 minutes today becomes fluent conversations tomorrow. 9. Powerful conclusion. So here we are, at the end of this video. But really, this is the beginning of something for you. Let's remember what we talked about. Your struggle with English speaking was never about intelligence. It was about practice. Real, spoken, daily practice. You learned why translation thinking slows you down. You saw yourself in Ahmed's story, standing in that bathroom, feeling small after a call. You understood the real cost of staying silent, the opportunities, the confidence, the doors that quietly close. And now, you also know exactly what to do about it. Talk to yourself. Use the mirror. Think in English. Practice phrases. Have pretend conversations. Talk to real people. And celebrate every single mistake. This is not complicated. It only requires one thing from you. Consistency. So here is my question for you, right now, before you close this video. Are you going to be someone who watches videos like this, and does nothing? Or are you going to be someone who takes action, starting today, in the next 5 minutes? I believe it's the second one. I believe you are ready. So go. Right now. Say one sentence out loud in English. About your day. About your dream. About anything. Just speak. Because your voice, your English voice, has been waiting for you to use it. And today is the day you finally let it out. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And I will see you in the next one, where we practice even more, together. Until then, keep speaking. Keep growing. I believe in you. Thank you for watching this video.